Hi, it's Bruce. Yeah, and I'm here with an electricity saving box that I received a pair of from my wife for Christmas to save us on our energy bills. And it's a model SD001. They call it an electricity saving spicy buster, I think is the way it would be pronounced. Anyway, I recognized as soon as I saw what it was that it was going to be a scam. Uh, but I decided to go ahead and open this thing up, and we'll do a little bit of testing on it, talk about it. Um, I don't figure there's much sense in trying to send it back. The people that were unscrupulous enough to sell these things, they knew it was worthless, but they sold it anyway, and I doubt seriously, without a lot of fighting, that you'd ever get anything back. I will try and utilize the box that it came in for some kind of a project, but I've opened them up, and this is what's inside. Now we see here that we have a set of indicator lights on a little circuit board, little LED lights, and I made a little circuit diagram. We'll take a look at it, how I see this thing working. For those of you who are into electronics, you might be able to work it out, but what confuses me is that there's about 43 volts of reverse voltage on these LED diodes, which to me should have damaged them. However, there is a 10,000 ohm resistor in series with it, which would limit the current draw to 8 milliamps, so it'd be 4 milliamps apiece. And there's also a 10,000 ohm resistor, um, excuse me, a 100,000 ohm resistor that's connected from the base of the pair and then goes back to the opposite side of the circuit, probably the neutral side. And it's possible that the any current that on the reverse voltage, any current that would otherwise go through the diodes is maybe shunted out through that resistance. But anyway, the bottom line is it's nothing more than an indicator that it's plugged in. So these lights actually utilize power. They don't save a daggone thing. So, so what saves the power? Well, it must be this magic black box back here. It has no writing on it or anything of any sort. So it's interesting. We need to figure out what's in that black box. Well, I do have an analyzer that measures resistance, capacitance, and inductance. It's an LCR unit. And in order to make sure that I'm measuring only what's in the box and not what's on the board, I had to remove the box from the case, which I did on this other unit here. You can see the indicator lights, but you don't see the black box anymore. And then take you over here. Sorry for the movement, but that's the way it is. And what I have over here, here's the box that it was in. And here's the red leads that were sticking out of the box. And we have this waxy substance that kept the leads in the box. Well, I went ahead and I melted that waxy substance using a heat gun. And when all of the wax dripped out onto this cloth, the leads just fell out. There was no foil, there was no capacitor, there's no resistor, there's no nothing. The only thing that held these wires into that box was that waxy substance. Now, you could argue that that makes this maybe a capacitor, but the plate size would be only the ends of these wires. That's kind of a useless capacitor. The capacitance would be extremely small, and the space between it was so wide that just essentially take my word for it, it's nothing. It's a box with wires. That's all it was. So that gets us back to these units. These power saving units that actually utilize power and give you nothing back are a complete scam. It should be illegal, probably is illegal in most states, but you'd have to fight it. I don't know what all it's going to take to fight it, and you're just best to not buy these things to begin with, and pass the word along. Total scam. It's a sick world. Yep. Thanks for listening.